What's up? How you doing? Let me put you on one of the best, easiest, simplest, quickest, deliciousest options that I have made recently. I've stumbled upon this and I really do love it. And it is stupid easy. Get a bowl. Get a bowl. I'm about to show you. 70 grams of protein here. Alright? Get some oats. We're going to go a little hefty today, personally. You could take this in a much lighter direction by using a little less oats. I'm only having so many oats today because I'm going to hit legs today for one, and two, I might play golf later as well, so I might have a double whammy here. We'll see what happens. I'm going to go 40 grams in this baby. Let me pan you down so you can see what the hell I'm doing. Sheesh. 40 grams. And this takes only a microwave. That is it. No extra cooking necessary. Alright? Anybody remember the old McGriddles? Well, they're not old, they're still around. Anybody enjoy McGriddles around here, maybe? Bro? This has a similar taste profile to a McGriddle, which I love. Alright, immediate protein right here on top. We're going to go egg whites. I'm going to go with multiple servings here, so I'm going to go 184 grams, which is 4 servings. 184. Boom. There we go, baby. Let's go. 1 egg. That's it. Gonna give it a little life and a little bit of color in there. Now, this is where you get to choose and customize it the way that you like, okay? Me personally, I'm gonna go with a vanilla protein. I think you could go cinnamon, I think you could go maple, cinnabon, something breakfasty. You don't want to go like direct chocolate, because I think that's gonna mess with the overall flavor profile. So this has been the one that I've been going with recently, and it has been working fantastically, okay? So I'm going to go with a full serving size here, which is 39 grams. 39 grams over the top, and this mixes perfectly. If you think about like oatmeal and things like that, like a vanilla oatmeal, sounds perfect, right? And that's kind of what I'm going for here. And you might think that the texture is kind of weird with eggs in there. The way that it mixes all together, it really does remind me of kind of a breakfast sandwich, just like if you chopped it up. Like it has that nice little oaty texture, that just a touch of egg, a touch of vanilla, cinnamony goodness, and then like the egg of course is like quintessential, right? So I'm gonna give this a little stir right here right now, just to get the mixing going. And you can see we have a little too much dry in comparison to the wet, so I have a solution for that, don't you worry. I mean, here, if you wanted to keep it just here and kind of reduce your calories, one, you could reduce the oats. 2, you could go with water in here. But me, I'm going to have a little bit more calories in here, and I want to continue to boost up the protein. So this is where you could choose, again, which direction you want to go. One direction, you could pick more protein, but the texture or the flavor might be off for you. Cottage cheese. On the other one, Greek yogurt. Either way, you're keeping them pretty lean, pretty low cal, and you are, regardless of which option you do choose, I'm going with the cottage cheese. You're going to keep it pretty light from a calorie perspective, because these are pretty light. 113 grams of this is only 80 calories. Similarly with Greek yogurt, I mean, what are we looking at? 227 grams, 186. So I mean, you half that. You still get 14 grams essentially, and 93 calories. So very similar, very similar. Okay. I'm going to go with the full serving here. I'm going to do the full 113 grams. I'm almost out of this one, so I have another one lined up. Now, if you think of breakfast Sammys, there's always some cheese in there, right? Like a little slice of cheese. Well, we're achieving that with this cottage cheese. Like, it adds that flavoring profile in there. It adds that flavor profile in there for us. And it's super moist. Like, this stuff is always a moisturizing agent anytime you're going to be making something that is like protein baking or something like that. There we go. We are ready. Alright, I'm going to give this one more mixing. You can see now it's more of like a batter consistency almost. That's kind of what we're looking for. That helped pull out the protein, and the oats both need that moisture. So you do want that soupy consistency to start with. Okay. Now I'm going to take you guys from here walk you with me over here. So we do have soupy consistency, okay? You can tell. We're gonna go 1 minute here. 1 minute in the microwave. I'm just literally 1 minute. I'll see you in 1 minute. Upon completion of your microwaving, the single minute is not gonna give you enough. I'll show you exactly what I mean. Let me pan you down again. Single minute, you're still looking soupy, but you can see right here we are starting to solidify. That's exactly what we're looking for. Give it a little bit of a stir again, and then it's going to go back in for just an additional minute, and that's it. And then you're ready to enjoy. All right, second minute is complete. You can see much more solid here. I think it's because I added a little bit of volume compared to my normal recipe, but we're really close. I think if you wanted a little bit of soupiness to this, maybe you want somewhat of that porridge or oatmeal feel, I think you'd be good now. But normally with like a smaller portion, this is done in 2 minutes. So I think it only needs about 30 more seconds, and then we're ready to go. All right, and 30 more seconds was all it did need. You could see the texture now, pretty eggy, regular kind of bakey goodness. Man, it's got that nice vanilla touch, but you still get the like, I don't want to say decadence, but the indulgence of like the eggs, and they're still super moist and everything, and you get that touch of cheese in there. But really, the thing that blows my mind about it is like, if you want to get a little closer to true breakfast, you could always use like a sugar-free maple syrup over the top. Just give yourself a little drizzle, and then if you have any cinnamon, a little bit of cinnamon kind of ties everything really, really together. And if you really do enjoy that McGriddle taste, that'll take it extremely close. But as is right now, this entire bowl, big heavy bowl, almost full to the brim. Big heavy bowl. I mean, check this out. These are huge bites. Got that nice soft egginess, delicious. Full bowl, 530 calories. Remember, I added in a little bit extra, so normally if I take this down a notch and I go egg white only, things like that, we're looking at like 450, 470 calories. So 530 calories, 74 grams of protein, 10 fat, 36 carb. Perfect thing for you to kind of just get going. This, it's helped me feel not only full every single time, but like it's delicious. And energy-wise, it's been keeping me pretty on the up and up. So this is truly one of the things that I'm absolutely loving to make. And you could take this different ways. Like my goal now is to have this kind of be my typical morning starter. And sometimes I'll have bacon, sometimes I'll have sausage, sometimes it'll be more egg than egg white. Sometimes I'll use the yogurt. Maybe I'll grab a different protein powder, one that's like more cinnamony, something like that. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, cinnamon. There is the Cinnabon one. Maybe that's worth checking out. But yeah, so I love this. It's been making me feel really solid every single, like it keeps the energy going through the day all the way until I make it to dinner, because usually I'm like a 2 meal type of guy. So literally the perfect bowl for me. Hopefully it helps you. All right, we got in here a little bit later than I was hoping. It's about 8:15, but we're gonna get after it still. Gonna hit legs today. Not in the normal sense of legs. We're not having a normal leg day, but I've had a lot of issues recently with like, not full on knee pain, but it's knee tenderness, like especially when I hit certain moves. Squat specifically is definitely getting to me. And then sometimes the lunges of some sort will kind of get to me. So I'm rebuilding the knee, really making sure that I'm getting it bulletproof before we start hitting the leg days harder again. So this is kind of the rebuilding process. So hopefully, if you have any knee issues or anything like this is how I'm coming back from knee pain, knee issues, knee tenderness, and like rebuilding stability and coming back into it so I can be stronger in the future. And so to start off, one of my favorite moves to not add too much stress to the knees is RDLs right here, barbell RDLs, just because you can go so heavy, you can hit them like crazy, you can go hard, you can feel like you really got in here and you move some weight, and it's just a lot less stress on the knees because we're putting so much emphasis on the posterior chain, the glutes, the hams, the hips, a little bit of lower back, not the main focus there for sure, but it gets activated for sure. But all right, enough talking. I got 45s and 25s on here. This has been my usual, I'd say. So we're going to hit it, see where we're at, see if we still have some leg gains, even though we've had to kind of take the foot off the gas. And we'll just go from there. Let's get after it. Oh, whew. Yeah, it's pretty damn solid. Pretty hard in 10. I think I could have gotten maybe one more, maybe two more. But honestly, kind of want to bump up the weight and just hit it a little heavier. Just a touch. Maybe 10 pounds each side. Get to almost 2 plates each side. That'll feel right. Let's go. All right. Set 2 here. Whoops. Set 2 here. 10's added on. Ready to get after it. Biggest cue for me personally that I'm always trying to do when I'm hitting RDLs is kind of first move out of anything is that hinge with butt back. So immediately that's what I'm going into. And making sure that your butt is back far enough is what helps get the knees out of the way. So if you're constantly knocking into the knees, what I've found is that I'm not sitting back enough, and I'm either hunching over and doing more of a full bend and then dropping, or I'm slouching and letting my back roll. So it's not about having like extended back. You're not trying to like, you know what I mean? So you'll find that nice middle ground as you keep going. But for me, I'm always trying to think about sitting back right away. Neutral spine, kind of. And then, yeah, lots of tension in the glutes and hams more than anything. And the more flexible you get and the more ability you have to just like go straight leg and like touch the ground in front of you, or fairly straight leg and touch the ground in front of you, the more depth you're going to be able to hit in this as well without having to like bend the knees, hunch over, just because you have that flexibility built up. So that's also something I've been working on quite a bit. Much better weight. Whew. Sheesh. I'm gonna hit one more. I'm gonna skip recording, but yeah, I'll have one more. All right, I'm working on a little bit of a double whammy here. I'll show you guys an alternative for this one, just because I don't know if everybody has a sled or can makeshift a sled. I'm makeshifting a sled. This is just 205 pounds. We got under here, hard to see. There's a 25-pound plate. It's a metal one, so it's a lot more slippery. My whole goal there is to let this be able to slide at least a little bit, because if I put a bumper plate or something like that, it tends to grip this turf a ton, and it's really hard to move, so that helps it move at least a little easier. 45-pound bumper plate, 45, 45, 45. So you got 90, 180, and then 205 at that 25 under there. This works the vastus medialis. This is the teardrop muscle that's right on the inside. Helps protect the knee, gives it some stability, things like that. And then to work on range of motion, you might have seen my previous video. I did this stuff at home to show you could work all this at home to like help rebuild your knees and everything. But while we're in here, we have a lower platform, so I'm gonna go split squats here, and I'll start off without weight, see if I got the balance down, see if everything feels good, and hey, maybe we'll add a little bit of weight because this is a little lower than previous. So all I'm gonna do, take it down, bring it back, and then we're gonna hit 10 and 10, and that'll all work on. It helps this one primarily. Again, you're kind of hitting that as well. You're also working on your range of motion and your stability in the range of motion. The knee over the toe, so you're working on ankle, hip, knee mobility, and making sure that everything's moving in alignment. Biggest thing on here will be making sure that I'm in alignment. But you can do this with any level, you know, like start high, work lower, lower, lower. Just make sure it feels comfortable. And then start adding weight once you get to that point. I'll show you guys alternative for this in just a second, but let me run this, see if we can get it going. You'll notice that I'm trying to kind of step and then push down into the heel. And I just have to put a little extra emphasis on that vastus medialis. I get this turned around. The other good thing about this is if you're trying to lose weight at the same time, this is a good one for bringing in almost a touch of cardio with it, just because it's so damn challenging to move all this weight. You're going to be huffing and puffing along the way. All right, directly into these guys, kind of supersetting, kind of keeping the heart pumping, almost at 140 beats per minute. Top of zone 2, perfect. Oh man, yeah, that feels great, which is very good to say because before I was doing these on my ottoman, and it was bothering my knee to do this and hit this depth, this knee over toe range. And so to be able to achieve this and feel comfortable, huge win. Huge win. Ooh. Supersetting that. Can feel it all in the quad right above the knee, just all the way across. And then it's starting to work its way back into my glutes and everything. And I think that's just because I primed everything with those RDLs. Whew. Oh man, this feels even more solid. Oh man. That is so amazing. Wow. Huge freaking progress. All right, alternatively, if you do not have a sled, I think your next best option is to find a box, maybe even just a step. This might be too high for me. We'll see, but step downs. So really focusing on the down portion of this, taking it nice and slow, and not allowing your knee to drift way inside here, or really trying to push back and in. Just kind of keeping it over the big toe and the second toe. And then, yeah, just that focus on controlling the movement down. This is all vastus. This is a little too high for me. One sec, let me think. So even a larger plate like this works perfect, as long as it's nice and sturdy and you feel comfortable on it. Just that nice little step down and back up. That's all you're looking for. And again, looking to increase the depth that we're getting into over and over as we build up the vastus, protecting the knee, and like just helping with that knee pain, helping reassure that I don't re-aggravate everything and just get back into this predicament again. And even for starting out, just here and stepping forward into this is going to help, because you are getting that knee flexion and that control in the movement. So why such a big focus on all of this stuff? Why put this much effort into leg day that isn't quite leg day? And I think it's just because I really want to make my legs stronger, but like I don't want it to have to be painful in a sense of knee pain, hip pain, back pain, foot pain, whatever it might be. I want to remedy all that so I can start really pushing it and getting back my lower body strength. It's been a very long time since I've been able to squat 315, and I used to be able to for sets, working sets, and I miss it. All right, let's work our way back. Let's go. I gotta start wrapping it up here, actually. This place closes pretty early on Fridays. So, let me finish this out. Oops, I didn't even angle this up enough. Alright, so let me finish this up. I'll record this last one, and then I'll skip recording and hit one more round of this. And then that's it for me. Head back home, call it a day. Oh, I'll toss a screenshot at the end showing how much we burned and how long we were in here so far. We're at 55 minutes. And this setup took a second. I really should have paused this, but it's all right. But we are looking at 350 calories right now, so I imagine this last round will push me up 20 or 30 more. We'll be right around 400 calories for a quick 1 hour gym sesh. And hitting a pretty good amount of the legs. The only thing I'd work on after this, maybe a little bit of hip movement, touch more hammy. But my other video, the at-home one, that one's pretty well rounded, and I tried to really hit everything I could in a home environment with like limited equipment. So that might be the way to go, and at least check it out. Get the work in at home so you don't even have to come to the gym and do stuff like this. But if you want to, I mean, you could adapt every single one of these to the gym. Make them weighted, utilize machines, whole 9 yards. Whole goal for me now is to make my body bulletproof, and then really start working on athletics, getting much more athletic, and with that, building strength as well.
A lot less focus on muscularity, building size, building density. A lot more emphasis on strength, endurance, speed, explosivity. So that'll be the transitionary period. But we're still leaning down. We're still getting there. Gotta update you guys on that here soon. But all right, I'll toss up a screenshot, let you know how it went. But yeah, this is it for me today. Very short one. Just want to be kind of quick and brief. Show you guys power packs, breakfast I've been doing, and then how I'm fixing my knees slowly but surely. And we're gonna get after it. Just you wait. Let's go.